Hi guys, 18Dap here and welcome to this match preview. It's for Tuesday night's game, Crewe Alexandra versus Doncaster Rovers. Let's get the video started. Hi guys, welcome to this match preview, Crewe Alexandra versus Doncaster Rovers this Tuesday night. If you're an existing subscriber, welcome back, thank you for returning to the channel. We're still on the way to 2,000 subscribers, so if this video has brought you to the channel and you're yet to subscribe, please click that button so you don't miss any more content. You may be able to see to the left of me, there's a happy birthday with some dog paws on. It's Charlie's birthday this weekend, so in the comments down below, happy birthday to the dog. If you are new to the channel, this is a format that we go through match previews. We look at the previous meetings between the two clubs, we look at the current form across all competitions, player focus. I choose a Donny Rovers player to say a few words on. We take a look at the opponent, a brief history, and my opinion on the one to watch for you guys. You guys know your club much better than what I do though, so if I'm completely missing the mark, let me know in the comments down below. And then me and the family have got predictions league table, so there's an update on that. And then my score prediction for this game comes at the very end. So on to previous meetings. Donny and Crewe have faced off a total of 101 times. Rovers coming out on top on 42 occasions. Crewe taking all of the spoils on 34 occasions, and we've shared the spoils on 25. So 25 draws out of the 101. So Rovers edging it by a little. But looking back at the last 5, Crewe are edging it with 3 wins out of the 5. Rovers have come out on top on 2 occasions. We have to go back to 2015-16 season in League 1, where it was a home win for the Rovers 3-2 and then an away defeat 3-1. And then we met each other again in the 16-17 season down in League 2, and it was a similar format really, an away defeat for the Rovers 2-1 and a home win 3-1. But then we didn't meet each other for a couple of seasons until earlier this season in 2020 in League 1 at the Keepmoat, and we got beat 2-1. So the theme seems to have swapped over this season. We've done well over the last couple of years at home, not done so well away from home, whereas this season Crewe turned us over earlier on, so hopefully that theme has switched around and it's pointing towards a Rovers win on Tuesday night. On to current form, and very similar form to be fair. Donny, 2 defeats, 2 wins and a draw. Crewe slightly worse off with only 1 win out of the last 5, but 2 defeats and 2 draws. But for me, Crewe have had a fairly positive return to League 1 after promotion last season, and for me they sit relatively safe in 13th. I can't see them pushing for the playoffs at this point, and I can't see them worrying too much about what's happening beneath them. But having said that, League 1 is a very funny division. It's a very tight division and everybody can beat everybody on the day. So Crewe will be wanting to keep tallying points onto the board wherever they can. But the position kind of shows the inconsistencies that Crewe have had this season, with defeats against relegation worried Swindon. I think they're in 19th at the minute, but then on Saturday a defeat against high flying Lincoln shows kind of what Crewe are all about. They can turn up one day and not turn up another, because sandwiched between those 2 defeats they've had some very good results, with a 2-0 win over Accrington Stanley, who were doing very well in the league and still are, and draws against Sunderland and Blackpool, who are both doing pretty well themselves. Blackpool went on a decent run, and it just shows that Crewe can go toe to toe with pretty much any team in the league on their day, so we've got to be wary of Crewe on Tuesday night. On to Donny, a hard fought win on Saturday over Plymouth. Saw Andy Butler get back-to-back wins as the new manager. I think he's got more points than he's had days in charge of the club at the minute, so hopefully that continues and we keep on bagging 3 points wherever possible. And what that's done is it's kind of flipped the whole feeling around the club at the minute, and we're in the hunt for top 2 once again. But we've seen it before this season where we've had opportunities to break into that top 2 and start kind of keeping hold of that place, and we've just missed out. So expectations and my emotions I'm trying to keep in check at the minute. And I'm saying that because on Saturday we did ride our luck on a number of occasions. I thought Plymouth were unlucky to come out of that game without a point, but I feel as a defensive unit we stood really firm. But yeah, I think a fairer result would have been a draw. But having said that, we did have a number of opportunities close to the end to completely wrap the game up with Richards and Gomez. They just kind of held on to the ball for a second too long, and missed the opportunities, missed their chances, and it led to a fairly nervy end. Plymouth put us under a lot of pressure throughout the second half, but just couldn't break the defensive solidity down, which is a positive thing to see from a Rovers point of view. So yeah, happy to get away with the 2-1 win. Feel myself that a draw would have been a fairer result, but we will take those 3 points. Thank you. Moving on to player focus, I am choosing Louis Jones this episode, or for this preview. He's made his league debut against Portsmouth last Tuesday night, and he's pretty much staked a claim for that number 1 shirt. He's done very, very well in the sticks for the last 2 games. The 2 goals that he's conceded, couldn't really do anything about either of them. I think he's commanded his area well. I think the communication between him and the back line is there to see. When balls are coming through, there's not really any panic. There's nothing happening that would make me as a fan or a viewer concerned at all in terms of the trust that the back line have got in Louis, and also Louis' commanding presence within his box. Crosses have come in, he's dealt with them fairly well. Any shots that he's had to face, he's dealt with fairly well. And as I say, the 2 goals that he's conceded over the last 2 games, couldn't really do much about. So I'm looking forward to seeing Louis try and keep hold of that place. Balcom, a very good goalkeeper on loan at the minute. But for me, it's with the way that Butler's spoken about what he's wanting to create as a manager. I think if Louis continues to perform, it'll be his place to lose. So hopefully he does continue to perform. But yeah, very nice to see a homegrown talent coming into the first team. Moving on to the opponent, Crewe were founded in 1877, currently managed by David Artell, an ex-player of Crewe, and a couple of recent honours. 2nd Division runner-up, so that was the old 3rd tier, so League 2. That was in League 1, sorry. That was in 2002-2003. Football League trophy winners in 2013, and then League 2 runners-up last year, gaining promotion into League 1. And for me, the player to watch for Crewe on Tuesday night is Charlie Kirk. Fantastic player, plays out on the left. He's got an air of arrogance about him, but I quite like that in a footballer. Kind of that Malik Wilks sort of feel. Rovers fans will know what I'm on about with that. I think that arrogance goes onto the pitch and it can create chances. It can rile the opposition up and cause them to do stupid things, and I think Charlie's got that in abundance. But I think with arrogance as a footballer, you've got to have the skill to back it up, and Charlie does, with 6 goals and 5 assists this season. He's one of the danger men for Crewe, and I think if we crowd him out, stop him from playing, don't rise to any of the tricks and the games that he may put out on the pitch on Tuesday night, and we've got a good chance of coming away with something from Crewe, in my opinion. There are other players to watch out for, but for me, Charlie Kirk is the main man. And if you agree with that, let me know. If you don't, also let me know in the comments down below. Crewe fans, you know your team much better than what I do. So from my opinion, Charlie Kirk, the one to watch on Tuesday night. And on to the Predictions League table. So if you are new to this, me and the family predict the scoreline for every single league game this season. If we get the scoreline spot on, we get 3 points. If we get the outcome of the game but not the scoreline right, we get 1 point. And if we get it completely incorrect, we get no points. I did get asked before the last preview to put predictions onto the previews. I get the family's predictions on the day of the game, so I'm starting to put those on Twitter. So if you haven't followed me already, the link is in the description down below. Go find me on Twitter and follow me, and then before the games you will see the family's predictions if you're wanting to keep a track of what's going on with this league table. But for you guys who didn't see that on Twitter or who are new to the channel, we were all positive. We all went with Rovers wins, but unfortunately none of us got the scoreline right. So no change in terms of positions in the table, so it remains as tight as it was before the game, but we've all gained 1 point. So Max and my dad are joint top on 20 points, Chris just behind them on 19, and I'm still holding the full table up on 18 points. So hopefully a correct scoreline here should pull me above all of those if none of them get it right. But before I give my score prediction, I do just want to highlight how big a game this is for the Rovers. It's a big game for Crewe as well. As I say, they'll be wanting to put points on the table to secure their position in League One. But from a Rovers perspective, we're wanting to cement our place in the top 6 and potentially climb even higher and break into the top 2. And Tuesday night is absolutely massive in League One. You've got Peterborough facing Hull, first versus second. You've got Ipswich against Lincoln. Ipswich trying to break into the playoffs. Lincoln just outside the top 2 in 3rd place. And then you've also got the remaining 2 playoff positions facing off against each other. Portsmouth against Sunderland. So all of those teams can't win. So it's a great opportunity for Rovers to either gain ground on teams and start closing the gap between us and the teams above us, or start extending a gap between those who are below us. We've still got games in hand as well, so our fate is in our own hands, but it helps when all the teams around us are playing each other. So massive game on Tuesday night, no two ways about it. And for me, that should write the team talk itself. You've got an opportunity, go and grab it with both hands, express yourselves, play as we know that you can play, and I'm going to remain positive. I think Andy Butler is getting the best out of the players at the minute. Is it a honeymoon period? We're just going to have to wait and see if that is the case, but hopefully the honeymoon period continues on to Tuesday night, and I'm going confident. I'm going with a 3-1 away win. Let's bring the 3 points home. That is my prediction. Let me know your thoughts. It's going to be a tough one, no two ways about it, but with all the teams in and around us playing each other, we have got to win this to try and cement our place in the top 6. And that's where I'm going to leave this video. If you've enjoyed it, big thumbs up for us please. Comments in the section down below, let me know your thoughts on this upcoming game. If you haven't already, please click that subscribe button. As always, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.